Taking a closer look at a new push nationwide to teach African American history differently in grade school classrooms that some states are looking to prevent. Now, the College Board just unveiled a framework for a new advanced placement African American studies course today. But last week, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announcing that they're blocking that course from being taught, saying that, quote, "We want education, not indoctrination." And the NAACP attorney Ben Crump are also now both threatening to sue the state of Florida over that decision.
My own culture of history, which is a part of American history, is being removed.
So many people of color have died for us to have the rights that we have today. So we won't shut up, we won't quit, we won't go away.
But Florida is far from the only state with a policy like this one. Now, this time last year, the Washington Post reported 13 states had put laws or directives in place governing how race can be taught in schools, some creating systems to file complaints. So tonight, our Sydney Orr has her eye on education and joins us live in studio now to break down that new course framework and why one local educator says courses like this are essential to teaching your kids.
The College Board says this 234-page document spent nearly a year under development and includes the official course framework, project and exam overview for AP African American Studies. And despite claims that the course was tailored based on Florida's objections, the College Board says this landmark course was developed with guidance from more than 300 African American Studies professors from more than 200 colleges nationwide. For the University at Buffalo's Black History and Racial Literacy Education Director, LeGarrette King, the opportunity to teach students about Black history is a privilege he doesn't take for granted.
It's a blessing because many different places are really battling, teaching about the subject.
Some mixed reviews are sparking following the College Board's official release of the Advanced Placement African American Studies Framework. The New York Times claims the curriculum was stripped down in response to recent political influence, saying there was no more critical race theory and the study of contemporary topics like Black Lives Matter is optional. However, the College Board denies this and encourages everyone to read the framework for themselves. Co-chair of the Committee of Professors and Teachers who developed the course, Dr. Robert Patterson, professor of African American Studies at Georgetown University, says, quote, "The development of the AP African American Studies course has been an ongoing iterative process that calls upon the expertise of teachers, professors, and experts who understand the key concepts, themes, and methodologies of African American Studies. And this refining process, which is a part of all AP courses, has operated independently from political pressure," end quote. The College Board said the new framework is in fact an interdisciplinary course that draws from a variety of fields like history, literature, the arts, geography, and science, offering direct engagement with evidence and events from the contributions and experiences of African Americans. The table of contents lists these 4 units, which include origins of African diaspora, freedom, enslavement, and resistance, the practice of freedom, and movement and debates. CEO of the College Board, David Coleman, says, quote, "No one is excluded from this course. The Black artists and inventors whose achievements have come to light, the Black women and men, including gay Americans who played pivotal roles in the civil rights movement, and people of faith from all backgrounds who contributed to the anti-slavery and civil rights causes. Everyone is seen," end quote. King says changes like this may help Black history go beyond just 1 month a year.
We need to stop focusing on history as a curriculum and start focusing on, we're not teaching a curriculum, we're teaching citizens, right? We're teaching people who will be decision makers in the future.
I reached out to Buffalo Public Schools in an effort to learn if this course would be offered at any of our schools here at home. I was told no one was available for comment tonight, but we will continue to keep an eye out for that information. For now, a link to the full course framework can be found at our website, WKBW.com. Live in studio, I'm Sydney Orr, 7 News.